Hello, I just got my third set of wheels and tires and I'd like to share what I've learned. In my first build video, which was surprisingly popular, I said that my KO2s were too loud and heavy. I've been rolling on those every day for over 2 years, but I recently got an email from Nitto Tire asking if I'd like to try out their new all-terrain tires that were specifically designed for CUVs and small SUVs. I said, yes please. My size is 245/65/17 and I need 5 of them. Now, it's important that you have an identical spare so that you don't damage your all-wheel drive system. If a tire is significantly larger or smaller than the other ones, that axle will spin slightly slower or faster than the other axle. This means that the center clutch will be constantly sliding. And yes, I do mean center clutch. The new Subaru all-wheel drive system uses a center clutch instead of a more common center diff. Anyway, Nitto wouldn't provide any details about the tire, so I didn't know its weight until it was delivered, but I had a feeling that they were going to target the all-wheel drive market with a lightweight all-terrain tire. So I started shopping for lightweight wheels to support the weight reduction. A lighter wheel tire combo improves everything: acceleration, braking, fuel economy, ride comfort, and it even reduces the wear on suspension and steering components. I like my black Motegi Racing MR118 wheels, and they're pretty light at 22 pounds, but when they get scratched, which just happens when you're off-roading, it exposes bright aluminum underneath the black paint. I knew this would continue to happen, so I started shopping for lightweight silver wheels so that the future scratches were less obvious. I did some looking, and I settled on the NK RPF1. I ordered them in 17x7 with the same positive 45 millimeters of offset. At 15 pounds each, they are 7 pounds lighter than my black wheels. Same offset, same diameter, but they're only 7 inches wide instead of 8. This means that the wheel will be a little more recessed and protected by the sidewall, so scratches should be less common. And this matches the natural shape of the tire before it's mounted, which means it's less likely to break the bead when you're using it aired down. The only annoying thing about the RPF1 is the center caps. I think the factory ones are ugly and expensive, but you can get custom ones from Flat Out Graphics. You get to pick the color of the plastic, the background color, and the logo color, which is pretty cool. Finally, the Nomad grapplers arrived. I immediately grabbed one, threw it on the scale, and I was so happy to see that they weighed a mere 34.3 pounds. And it's also one of the lightest all-terrain tires that you can get. Now, when you put the wheels, which are 7 pounds lighter, together with the tires that are 12 pounds lighter, you now have a setup that is 19 pounds lighter per corner. This makes a huge difference, and you really notice it when you're driving the car. The coolest thing, though, is that this new combo is actually lighter than the stock wheel and tire, despite being 1.9 inches taller, 0.7 inches wider, and all-terrain. Absolutely amazing. The official launch was delayed, so I've had these on the car for over a month. The most noticeable thing is how quiet they are. They are so much quieter than my KO2s. In fact, they're as quiet as my stock tires. The second thing I noticed is how much better the traction is in the rain. It did snow here in Ohio, and I got to test out the snow performance, and I could not distinguish them from the KO2s in the snow. Both of them have clearly earned the Three Peak Mountain Snowflake rating. You don't have to be a tire engineer to look at the tread pattern and tell that the KO2 will do better in the mud. But if the mud is deep enough, or if it's the perfect evil consistency, it really doesn't matter what tires you have, you're going to get stuck. So, considering the massive weight reduction and noise reduction, I will happily sacrifice some mud performance. After all, Subaru is all about the perfect balance between daily drivability and off-road capability. I got the 5 TPMS sensors from Amazon. Here they are. I actually installed them myself with a valve puller. It's pretty easy. And I pair them to the car with the QuickSet X tool. Really convenient, especially if you're going to run multiple sets of tires. When it comes to mounting, I circled and marked the yellow dots with a white waxy tire marker. The yellow dots indicate the lightest side of the tire, and those should be aligned with the valve stem, which is where you're going to add extra weight, so that you get the best initial balance. This reduces the number of weights that are needed. As you can see here, very few number of weights required. Marking the dots is a really important step because, of course, you get the balance benefits, but also the Nomad grappler, like all grapplers, has two different sidewall designs. So if you're going to use the other pattern, which is on the other side of the yellow dot, you need to mark that area. If you've learned something, please show your appreciation by hitting the like button and consider subscribing. Also, I've made an Instagram, so if that's your thing, look me up, sk_Foz. I'm happy to help with any of your wheel and tire questions, so feel free to ask in the comments below. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.